Slavery song, Maroon song, Maroon warrior. 400 years I and I survivors. Through this tribulation, the drum, the beat, the rhythm, the remaining scatterlights, ska, rock steady, reggae, sounds from the deep like soul music, rebel music, mental music, job music, the music of I and I. Good day.
Understand? So this music, reggae music, is tell the whole world, you know. Telepathically and physically and mentally and spiritually, we are telling them through this music, yeah. Right, and I create down in the Western Hemisphere, yeah. Because it have to cover the whole four corners of the world. That man, woman, and picnic must know themselves and know who is God.
Are you there, Africa, with the bulging and oblong thigh? Sulking Africa, wrought of iron in the fire? Africa of the millions of royal slaves, deported Africa? Drifting Africa, are you there? Slowly you vanish, you withdraw into the past, into the tales of castaways, colonial museums, the works of scholars. But I call you back this evening to attend a secret revel.
How they do, ma'am? How they do, number 7? How they do, number 9? How they do?
Both witches, wizards, priests, and priestesses were brought to Jamaica in the days of slavery. Slave priests and priestesses often turned to sorcery in the conditions of slavery. They became known as obia men and women. The exorcisms of spells in a ritual state of possession was known as kumina. Kumina caught on among the slaves and became the slave religion.
Alright, let me explain it again.
When the British conquered the Spanish in 1655, they began to bring thousands of slaves to Jamaica from West Africa. From many tribes they came here. The Igbo, the Ashanti, the Uraba, Koromanti, Congo, Widowa, and the Mandingo warrior. Many of the former Spanish slaves had fled to the hills where they fought to preserve their freedom. They were called the Maroons, meaning the wild and fierce ones. Nobody can touch them there. As Miss Lou say, who is Jamaica's leading folklorist?
The Maroons, they are the people who boast that they were never slaves because they took to the hills. One of the Maroons is now one of our national heroes, Maroon Nanny. Nanny, she was one woman, she was Codger's sister, and she took her brothers to the hills too, and they tormented the British. They just tormented them the whole time until the British had to sign a peace treaty with them and all that. But which some people didn't like the idea of the Maroons signing the peace treaty because there were a lot of strings attached, you know, to this peace treaty. However, but during the time of that they lived in the hills, and they're still there. There are 4 Maroon towns, and you find that they have some of their old songs, the old Maroon songs, have definitely the African strains. Of course, with all the different people that have had influence on Jamaica, you know, you find that different things happen to the songs and all that. But one of this, they used to hold, and they still hold their own courts. And that, you know, for anything that happens there, they hold their own courts. And the song for calling the court, they have a thing called their beng and their kete. The kete is a drum that you still hear sounds of their kete in the Rasta drumming, you know, the Peter.
Let's stay there. Rasta man say.
In slavery days, the drum was banned higher, not only in Jamaica, but throughout the Caribbean and America. For a while, it went underground and was kept alive as a ritual among the free Maroons and Boer men in the mountains. Even after emancipation, it was denied popular acceptance and dubbed a heathen non-Christian practice. Today's Rasta music is a continuation of the African heritage of drumming. The Rastafarian influence has weaved its way up through the development and history of Jamaican music. In Jamaica, as the record will show, not a year passed between the 17th and the 19th centuries without a rebellion or even the threat of one. By the 19th century, the slave revolts and French Revolution undermined the whole system of slavery, and with the call for freedom, threatened the economic basis that slavery was founded on. Whatever spare time the slaves had was spent in the cultivation of their own small plots of land given to them by the planters to avoid the responsibility of feeding their slaves. Eventually, they were given Sundays off and were able to make money selling their produce at market. On Sundays and at festivals like Christmas, the slaves made their own entertainment. Bands of musicians beat banjos, tom-toms, blow cow horn, and scrape the bones of animals together. Now, under the influence of European music, long before emancipation, the slaves would dress up, dance, and imitate, thereby ridiculing the antics of the slave master. The quadrille, or first figure dancing, is an African mockery of European dances. For 150 years after the British took over Jamaica and established the slave trade, No attempt had been made to Christianize the slaves. The plantation owners had prevented Christian conversion. The Africans continued to serve African deities. In 1784, George Lyle, a black American Baptist from Georgia and a freed slave, founded a Baptist church in Jamaica, which he called the Ethiopia Baptist Church. He was accompanied by several other black preachers who brought a form of Methodism combined with African religion and music. The success of these preachers was thought to contribute to the rebellion just before the emancipation of the slaves in 1835. In 1861, the Great Revival swept the island. Thousands flocked to revival meetings of Afro-Christian sects. The leaders of these cults were known as shepherds and shepherdesses, the leaders of a band. The band is a group of believers who occupy a yard or religious center.
God, we pray and pray. If you walk with me, I walk with you from here to the slope of faith. You know, if you let the word of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy, Lord of mercy. If you let the word of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in thy sight, oh Lord. We need this revival. I need a revival. My soul, I must apply to the blood of faith to get the revival. Journeyman, come journey along with me. Along with me. Oh, journeyman, come journey.
This is a revival meeting. The shepherds bring their bands to celebrate the rites of revival religion. These revival sects are practicing the cultist rites of revival table. The dancing and singing of many revival bands converge on a table spread with various items reputed to have power over the spirits, such as candles, healing chemicals, food, and drink.
My
big thief that's gone with the cuddy goat. If everyone fight and they're shouting, bring back the cuddy goat. God will have on the fire. Bring back the cuddy goat. Oh, trouble like a dyer. No ackee and saltfish. No damn dip and fall back. No mackerel and banana, no.
The real mentor now, the real mentor that grew out of all this, and well, all right, you have something like "Come Make Me Hold Your Hand," which is what we call the Jamaican welcome song. This long time, gal, me never see you. Come make me hold your hand. Peel head, jump cross, sit down, pantry top, pick up the blossom. Make me hold your hand, gal. Make me hold your hand. Those are the mentors, and they have real steps, set steps. Most of them have their folk dances, you know, and they have the dipping step, which is called yanga. The African step is the yanga, which is the dip, the weak knee, which you find still in reggae. You find the reggae have a lot of this weak kneed movement, you know, and this yanga step is very prominent in a lot of the mento.
Mento takes pride of place wherever music is played in Jamaica. It is a true indigenous folk rhythm of our people and is comparable to the calypso of other West Indian islands.
Then, of course, underlying all this was the poko, which was the religion that was brought from West Africa, came with the slaves, the Pokomina. Ruggy ro, the ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, the ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, the ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, dum ruggy ro, dum. Can you sound the note to greet the angel? Can you sound the note to greet the angel? Can you sound the note to greet the angel? Can you sound the note at all? To greet the angel, can you sound the note, me say? To greet the angel, a ruggy ro, the ruggy ro, and total this, this beat, you know, that you find in the ska beat, you know.
Jamaica's ska is the latest popular musical sound. The rhythm dominates the melody and consequently a driving beat provides an irresistible urge to dance.
Listen to my story, take it to your heart. One day ma and father will part. We the little children will be left alone to suffer and die, cause they can't go home. The things we do, one day we'll see. The things we say, we bound to hear. It won't be long, oh no, when we'll be called. Whoa, the things we do. Whoa, the things we do.
Now, the reggae, we come right to reggae. It's well, you find a lot of the movement, the drum, the rhythm and everything in the reggae. As I told you about the yanga, you find it in the steps. You find that coming from the mento, the poco, the mento, the ska, the reggae. And one of my favorite reggae is the Ayman Banya, which is definitely the chorus of it is reminds me so much of Umana Heavy Load, which is a digging song. I think a digging song that we do today. Umana Heavy Load, Umana Heavy Load, Umana Heavy Load. When Saturday morning come, that's a digging song. And Ayman Banya, Ayman Anya, I na Libya, figure that back Canada. No way, sir. Pata boil ya, belly full ya, sweet Jamaica. Oh, Ayman Banya, Ayman Anya, I na left ya. Figure America, no way, sir. Pata boil ya, belly full ya, sweet Jamaica. So you hear the whole reggae strain in that. The strain of, you can hear the strain of the digging song, of all the folk music within that town.
Shantytown, Jamaica. Out of the poverty, out of the ghetto, out of these tin-roofed, corrugated iron houses, out of this hell comes Jamaica's culture. Saying, well, alright. And now we go to the yard where we meet Jajeri and Scully, long-time members of the Scatterlights, old-time rhythm boys. Take it.
Brothers and sisters, this is some of the tune that used to play in the parties. Ready, sir. 1, 2,
Music you like to play?
I prefer, if it's not jazz, it must be swing blue, rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blues.
Miss Cully, how long you been playing?
I start singing first. I start singing at about 18. I'm a partner named Robinson, Sims and Robinson. They call us Scully and Bunny. We made the first records that they could play into the dance hall. All about these areas. And we were just living down the bottom of Jonestown here. First record could play amongst the American records that they used to buy off the man of warships. Or Sims and Robinson who sing it. Name the end of time and give us another chance. That's
what kind of music was it?
Rhythm and blues.
Do you remember how it went?
Yeah.
You sing us a bit?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just the beginning. Well, my baby has left me and gone away. Tap-a-da, rap-pa-pa-da. Yes, my baby has left me and gone astray. Pap-pa-da, pap-pap. Come back, baby. Don't leave me crying every day. Oh, baby. That's it, you know.
What music did you first start playing?
When I first started playing, I was a youth, and to play ukulele. I didn't know about that motive, small guitar, uke. When I come up a big boy, about 17, after leaving school, try to make one for myself. When he's my teacher.
You sing us something, bluesy.
Well, I don't mind, I sing the blues, the calypso.
Okay, sing us some calypso.
Sing some calypso. water. Got a water. Tanky water. Can't spring to market square. Hey, what the time of the same old day. Tanky water. Tanky water. Got a water. Hold on the water. Hold up the water. Lock up the water. Hold plenty water. Spend plenty water. Can't spring to market square. They must be back for the same old shit. Back up in on the lantern spring. Don't the way for the same old thing. We don't give one water. Got a one water. Your daughter one water. Mood and everything has changed, you know. It's not like the days before. In the days when we were playing, music was nice because, you know, you could get around more to these days, you know.
How do you find reggae music today? What does it mean to you?
Well, I have to accept it. I have to accept it when it is our own.
Rastama's soul is the bosom of every yam. Rastama's soul is the bosom of every yam. Rastama's soul is the bosom of every yam. Oh, Rastama's soul. Think so low that you can't get under it. You think so low that you can't get under it. Think so high but you can't get over it. Oh, Rastama's soul. Jonah went to Nineveh to warn the nation. Jonah went to Nineveh to warn the nation. Jonah went to Nineveh to warn the nation. Oh, Rastaman's soul. Rastaman's soul is the
That soul.
Rastaman's soul is the
Very hard man.
Rastaman's soul is the bosom of every yam.
Oh,
Rastaman's soul. Rastaman's soul, bosom of every yam.
your soul.
Bosom of every yam.
Your soul.
Bosom of every yam.
Oh, Rastaman's soul.
Rastaman's soul is the bosom of every yam. Rastaman's soul is the
Oh, Miriam.
Rastaman's soul is the bosom of every yam. Oh, Rastaman's soul. I was born in Trenchpen. They call it Trenchtown now. It was Trenchpen when I born. And I used to listen to the man them a play night time.
Oh, the Borough Man.
Yes, the man, the borough man, go out of prison, I watch night, a penitentiary gate, and play that year prisoner in the ball out my name. And man out the street hand sign him and say, boy, I know you soon come, but I chant you out. So him just go on, pan him drum.
What were the chants like? How did the chanting go?
Chanting is all some hymn. Or yeah man say, clap your tiny hands, clap your tiny hands, clap your tiny hands for Jah. Little children sing, and the birds them sing. Clap your tiny hands for Jah. Clap your tiny hands. Clap your tiny hands. Clap your tiny hands for Jah. Little children sing, and the birds them sing. Clap your tiny hands for Jah.
Scully, how did you think the political situation, how did it affect the music?
It affects the music very hard because first to commence, the dances stop keeping. So you know the 45 records stop selling. Just a few house buyers.
But the music becomes more political.
They're trying to bring the politics into the music. They're fighting hard to do it. Up to now they're trying to do it. But I'm one personally from a band, I never vote yet. And no man can get me make hits more than them the way I used to make in a school.
Things getting worse and worse. Till read it and write down to nothing. Sometimes you can find a crumb sometimes. Sometimes you gotta move hard to get some. Things change. Nothing this time what you want to get, you gotta take what you get. You understand? Every day everything gets more harder.
Come on there.
Want to leave out of Babylon, have to leave out of Babylon. Babylon is no place for the black man. Babylon, the force of oppression. Babylon, where I and I were brought as slaves. Babylon is oppressive to I and I. The police boy, the wicked, the judge, the immigration officer boy. All who oppress is the foremost exponent of revival, which he combines with his singing of rhythm and the blues. His mother was a revival shepherdess, and they both sang at revival meetings. This is the prime example of the Jamaican vocal trio. They sang gospel and the ska. Toots's combination of revival, gospel, and R&B has made him the most prolific exponent of Jamaican music. From the ska period to the early days of reggae, he dominated the music scene with his powerful revival incantations. This is the true essence behind the music, the spirit, a religious music.
Well, when you tell me, baby, what wrong have I done you? Well, when you tell me, baby, what wrong have I done you? Hey, tell me, baby. Oh, don't you hear I call you baby, baby. You're treating me bad, baby. You don't know. Oh, don't you hear I call you baby, baby. Baby, you don't know. don't know, you 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 don't, you don't know, you don't know, you don't, you don't know, you don't know, you don't, you don't know, you don't know.
Praise ye the Lord. Praise him in the center of his power. Praise him for his mighty acts. Praise him for his excellent greatness. Oh, give thanks unto the Lord, for he is good. Hallelujah. Many problems, many difficulties, many tests, troubles, but we have been privileged to gather here this morning to celebrate our rich heritage. Praise ye the Lord. Hallelujah. We also realize that there are evil forces in the land that would like to erode this rich heritage. We pray that thou keep us preserved by thy power.
Yes, super duper. In 1962, the Queen of England, the Queen of Jamaica, the Queen of Babylon sent her sister, the Princess of Margaret, to bestow upon her former slaves the Declaration of Independence. The country was coming out of colonial rule and emerging into a new identity. The new vibration was out of many, one people. Seen? The new government discouraged the importation of foreign music and made a concerted effort to promote indigenous Jamaican music, the ska, a combination of rhythm and blues, mento, and Jamaican folk music, the music of I and I. Seen, star? Jimmy Cliff was 16 in 1963 when he sang
I am king and I reign.
The lion says I am king and I
Lion
reign.
says I am king in this reign.
Lion says I am king
No
in
more
this land. No more kings must be in this backyard. Lion says I am king, Lord of lords.
I am
this
king
land.
and I reign.
No more bad talks from any
Elephant
of you.
says I am king.
From the beginning I was
cause
made
I'm
king.
strong.
Words of the lion, words of Jimmy
Rob
Cliff.
says I am king cause my neck is long.
Flashing!
There's no doubt.
It was an anti-colonialist, pre-Rasta satire with African overtones. Good day.
Lion says I am king cause I'm double strong.
Words from
I'm
Jimmy
king
Cliff,
of
King of Kings, Lord of Lords.
No more back talk from any of you, cause I'm king from the beginning. I was made king.
Listen to the
The
lion.
lion says I am king and I reign.
Lion, king of the jungle.
King of kings and Lord of lords in this land. No more back talk from any of you, cause I'm king from the beginning. I was made king. Lion says I am king and I reign. The lion says I am King and I reign. King of kings and Lord of lords, I reign in this land. King of kings and Lord of lords, lion shade. King of kings and Lord of lords, I reign in this land. Hey, 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 King of kings and Lord of lords, lion shade. King of kings. Yeah, King of kings. Jimmy Cliff and his big hit.
The legendary Don Drummond is regarded as the jazz composer and instrumentalist most influenced by the Rastafarian drum beat and philosophy. His compositions during the ska period developed the instrumental playing and composing that made the popular music possible, the ska. Don Drummond plays his occupation long time ska days. With the innovation of ska music came the Jamaican music industry. Reggae singers today like Jimmy Riley, who sing songs that reflect the history and the social upheavals of the country. Roots, deep roots music.
Oh, oh, oh. Let me tell you about those poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, have mercy on the poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, have pity on the poor immigrants. They have to work so hard, almost around the clock. The pace is so fast, no time to relax. Poor immigrants, have mercy on the poor immigrants. Say, poor immigrants, have pity on the poor immigrants. Some say that it's not worth it. If they didn't know, they just wouldn't go. Wonderful stories they were told, and can't find no streets of gold. Poor immigrants, have pity on the poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, oh yeah. Poor immigrants, have mercy on the poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, have pity on the poor immigrants. Some say that it's not worth it. If they didn't know, they just wouldn't go. Wonderful stories they were told, and can't find no streets of gold. Poor immigrants, have mercy on the poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, have pity on the poor immigrants. Poor immigrants, poor immigrants, poor immigrants, poor immigrants, poor immigrants, poor immigrants. Poor immigrant, poor immigrant. Sounds called poor immigrant. Oh, that one there.
Reggae music comes out of the journey and experience of the Middle Passage, 400 years of slavery and plantation life, and the leftovers of African ritual and religion. The music is constantly developing. Like the blues, it reflects the joys and sorrows of the dispossessed.
Bow, 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 bow. Hey!
Man called Tommy McCook. McCook is one of the greatest musicians in Jamaica, an innovator and former leader of the greatest band of musicians in the history of Jamaican music, the Scatterlights.
When did you first learn to play, Tommy?
At Alpha Boys School, 40. Went to school 39, started learning about 40. I left around 43.
What kind of music you learned to play there?
Mostly march music, classics, symphonic style of music.
Well, you learn all the rudiments of the instrument.
And while I was in school, I had an offer to play with a dance band, starting at Bournemouth with Eric Deans,
What kind of music was that?
Swing period. Well, the Rastas at that time had to hide to play because of police would come to, mash them up. At times they chopped up the drums and beat up some of the players. So the Rastas had to go further back in the hills, so it would be harder for the police to get at them. Well, I left around 54 to go to Nassau in the Bahamas to join a Jamaican band there. We played dance music.
What kind of music?
Big band, swing music, same swing era. Well, I spent about 8 years there, and I came back in 62. And when I came back, Dan Drummonds was the man on the scene. He had this hit tune, School in the Juke, out at the time. And then, well, I listened to the music, but I was playing jazz at the time, We had this little jazz club. And while I was there, Coxsone came to me. And asked me, to do some recording, the ska recording. Well, I didn't move right away. This was 62. But he approached me again in 63, and I decided I would try, So I got involved with the ska.
Scatterlights?
Yes, well, while we were recording with the Scatterlights in 63, they weren't together as a band. They were just a recording outfit. And then people kept asking who played the various tunes, Then Coxsone asked me to feature a tune for him, Exodus. Well, that was my first hit during the ska time with Coxsone. Well, after that I did other tunes, like Roadblock, which was my composition, which I composed, Freedom Sound.
Can you play us one of your compositions of the ska?
Yeah, like I said, the dancers got tired of the scare. It was too fast, and they figured they wanted a slow beat.
Who was the person who instigated the change in the beat?
Well, it was really Duke Reed that I heard while at Treasure Isle. That said, this was around 65, 66. That said he wanted to slow down the music a bit because his fans was saying that they got tired too easy. You know, they were going old. They were getting older. So we decided to slow down the ska a bit. So we got a beat called Rock Steady. You must have heard of it. It was like...
Rocksteady style. Goddess catalyze, scatter it. Lady Reed, the widow of the great Duke Reed, king of the sound system world, reminisces about her husband.
Well, he was a police, serving the force for 10 years. He resigned his job and decided to come along with me in my business. And so he eventually get a little sound system at the time and some box, and he started to play for about 4 hours each day. And you know, you have a lot of people that is around. They like the sound and they like the records. Like the records, and so he decided to go all out in this sound system. And so he bought some boxes, and the first time that he played was at Drummond Street Martini Dance. People loved the music and they loved the song. So, and he was a very nice man. He treated people very nice. And so everybody get to love him, for he's very kind. And so they decide to go all out with him in the sound system.
Yeah.
Yes. Whenever he arrives, everybody actually lift him out his car.
Yeah.
Yes. And he always have his men to set up his sound. And after his sound set up and he's to play, everybody start to clap and hooray and make a lot of noise. You see? Duke is on now. Everybody pack up and go home, for Duke is on now.
So all the other people have to pack up and
Yes,
go home.
I go home,
I
for
see.
Duke is on now.
Because he's the king.
Yes, he's the king of the sound.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Pompadour was Duke Reed's longtime dancehall promoter.
Champion, you know.
Who were the other sound system men around at that time?
Sometimes was Nick, Tom, this great Sebastian, and Prince Buster coming after, you know. Make a come and tap too. Yeah.
Take me across and wash all my troubles away. Like that lucky old sun, give me nothing to do but roll around heaven all day. So don't you hear me? Wash my troubles away. Till I'm wrinkled and gray.
Mrs. Reed, the Duke always carried a gun. Why was that?
Well, from ever since he was a police, he always carries his gun as protection.
But he was not afraid of anybody.
No.
Yeah.
He's a very stern person.
Yeah?
He's a principled type of person.
Yeah.
Yes. He makes a lot of jokes, but when it comes to serious, he's very serious.
Yes, yeah. But in that time, what kind of records was he playing? Was it American records?
Was rhythm and blues at that time.
Yeah. Can you remember who were the rhythm and blues artists?
Well, Fats Domino used some tuning.
Can you remember any of the famous tunes that he used to play?
In rhythm and blues?
Yeah.
He used to play I'm Going to the River. Fats Domino a tune, I'm Going to the River, jump overboard and down. You remember that tune?
Yes, yeah. And then when he started recording as an artist, did you ever...
Well, when he started recording, the first tune what he recorded was an instrumental, Jukey's Cookie. I don't remember also much, the name of it was Jukey's Cookie. The first instrumental that's been going to record was a tune named Jukey's Cookie, but it was so long.
We meet the great Count Machuke, who invented the art of toasting at sound system dances, and his sidekick, Sir Lord Comic.
I remember the first night in the New Carnival lawn along 87 North Street. I used these words to tell our local recording. French, Canadian, home-cooked musical biscuit. And the folks dig it, you know. So on, where I had was to find myself preparing each night to have something new to say to the folks. And I've developed jives like, I'm hard to catch, I'm hard to hold. After I was made to throw away the mouth. And I find people go crazy. So, I keep digging and digging. I came up with, live the life you love the life you live. Whether you be young or old, you just got to let a good time roll. And I find, keep pulling in the audience. And our local recording was getting a break. And eventually I found out that I could be playing all Jamaican recordings. Strictly, no foreign records, strictly Jamaican. Because I had a live drive to sell it. I don't really call myself a DJ. I call myself an off-the-record disciple. That's why I look at myself. And it's an event I really like bring you folks up to date with. The advent of our local records. It was a record done on a soft wax by Skitter, Derek Harriott, sang, and Bonnie. Bonnie was beating a chair seat. Sang was playing the piano, and Derek and Skitter was clapping, and they did a tune called Lollipop Girl. And somehow it reached into Clarkson's possession, and I was playing in
I've got to contradict you in that, because the first people that actually did Lollipop Girl was Duke Reed and Edwards. Yeah?
No, you're wrong there.
No?
You're wrong there. No.
And after we had the tune playing, after we had the tune
that was the tune.
After we have the tune playing,
that was the tune.
After we have the tune playing for about a month, you couldn't stand it.
I can be fair to say that was King Edwards and Duke Reed who did it first in a ball. Then Clarkson came back. I had gone to the States looking for a tune named Lollipop Girl. Lollipop. My boy Lollipop.
That Lollipop Girl.
Again.
That Lollipop Girl, Chokey.
That
Lollipop Girl.
My boy, listen to me.
I'm not mixing it up. It's not My Boy Lollipop. It's Lollipop Girl by the Jiving Juniors.
No, just a minute. There was two tunes in question.
She's my lollipop girl when we kiss. She makes me cry.
Millie Small's version of the R&B Lollipop Girl, My Boy Lollipop, is a tune that puts ska and reggae on the map of the world. In 1964, it was #1 in England. See it?
And that's all I have to say regarding to that subject. I won't be going any further where that subject is concerned.
Well, I would like,
until you get in contact with those folks.
No, well, me and you in a conversation, right?
Yeah. I'm through with that subject.
Me and you in a conversation. I'd like.
What do you think of the music today?
It's on the up. It's on the up. It's only one thing. You know what it is? It was written stuff, strictly written stuff. When you really hear it coming your way.
Ska.
You see, we have Don Drummond and Scatterlights, the band, Scatterlights. They were first-class musicians, the best in the land.
Oh, were they?
They believe in written music, written stuff. Well, the musicians of today, they are really talented. Well, you know, they're so good, I know you need music sheet. Yes, they kind of feel the music. Yes, that really matters. You know, for you can communicate. You know what I mean? So where I'm concerned, our music, it got what it takes. It can communicate to anybody. So as far as I'm concerned, I can just say it's on the up. It's not down, it's up. And I think one day the whole world will realize that we really created something that can really influence the world. That's the way I see it.
It's a lot coming. How do you see the sound DJs today?
Well, the rhythm has changed, right? And these guys, you have to follow the rhythm. In our days, when the ska was playing, ska, we could go with sounds like this, right? And now the sounds are do. A guy says, Habana's a natural DJ, and he sings the rhythm, right? So these DJs are just working to the rhythm, and they find what they call lyrics and more lyrics, right? So you have the DJ comes and the DJ goes. As the DJ lyrics fade, and next DJ step forward. That's how it is. So these DJs are very great.
What do you think, Machuki?
Yeah, they're pretty creative. Yeah, they have a message, you know.
What do you think of you, Roy?
Well, I think he is the best of the crowd. I think he got how I think it should really be done. I think Roy do it the way I think it should really be done. That's the way I would like to find myself to do it if I was still young. The way Roy did it.
We gonna have happy times together. We gonna live a life for each other.
Gonna let the world know how much I need to know. Still I want the world to know. Gee, we I never let you go, you know. Go to be good, be good. You are loving us now, but you may change, but I will never.
Baby, you have called me, for I love no other one but you.
Oh, come on down and let her know that you love her so, and maybe that you never let her go. You can be so and so baby say so. See, you got to be on the go. You can see that you never know. Say you keep on coming back to the door, 'cause I want to see you big no more. You are big, you baby. Wow! Tell about it. Call me in a musical version, God knows. If I play you some more on the track for sure. Tell him about it, brother, tell him about it. Come on, and sing your musical song. Sing with time, brother, you could never be wrong.
We gonna have happy times together. We gonna live a life for each other. We gonna song for love to live into the world of our newfound love.
Tell the whole wide world about our newfound love, people, baby. Don't you be maybe, or you don't believe that I'm a thing, 'cause you is drive crazy, baby.
How do you see the Rasta influence in the music?
Where's our culture? It's our culture.
Well, Bobby.
It's the real. I've lived with it.
Do you listen to the music today, Chuki?
Daily. Every night I take in music for maybe at 12,
Bobby,
14 hours.
we sells music.
Yeah, I sell music in the days and I run a beer garden at nights. And I play music from 7:30 right back to 4, 5, 5:30, 6:30 in the morning.
So
I'm with it. Look at my teeth. You see music on it. I live music and I speak music. Music is my occupation. Music on my teeth. A part of me. My existence. I ain't got cat, but I got music. That's me.
Your dances is to do with fun and drinking and laughter and loafing. It is continuing the tradition of end of crop time celebration. Everybody tune in, the old, the young, and all those who still can swing.
It's gonna make history.
Check it out.
For the very first time in anywhere, in an atmosphere, Sir Lord Comic and Kambachuki is on the microphone. So, whether you be young or old, you just got to let a good time roll. If you don't turn over to no other than the musical entertainer of Jamaica, no other than Sir Lord Comic.
Forward and Payaka, Manakal, and then go Saka. I would say had them and went up my sleeve and they didn't came down into Christmas Eve. Sing down on it.
John Newman pants for no run, John Yan, jump for joy. Yeah. Jump, jump, jump. Get him up, 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 get him up. Straight again. I'm out to catch and I'm out to hold. After what made they chew away the mold. Now since I cannot see a lot of you by the face, nor shake you by the hand, I'm gonna send my soul to greet you. I hope you understand.
1, 2, 3, kick, kick it, make it feel it, make it know your meaning. Kalmachuki. 1, 2, 3, kick, kick it, make it feel it, make it know your meaning. Get him up, get him up, get him up, get him up. Get him up, 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 get him up. 1, 2, 3, kick, kick it, make him feel it, make it know your meaning.
Your friend is my friend, and my friend is your friend. When we are together, the happier we shall be. For your girl is my girl, and my girl is my girl. No, that's hard, that's hard. Let's go. Let us start that, okay? The more we are together, together, together.
The more we are together,
together,
the happier I shall be.
No, we shall be.
I shall be.
I shall be. Yes, yes. Let's go, let's go. Okay, okay.
Right? And your girl is not my girl. My girl is my girl. My girl is my girl. My girl is your girl is my girl. My girl is not your girl. Your girl is my girl, right? When we are together, we're happier we shall be. My your friend is my friend. Yes. And my friend is your friend. Yes, but the girl part, the girl part. No, different. And now, that's love for every heart. Love is the mountain and the cause of pleasant pass and the best and the test from east to west. Love is true. Lord of Miss Claudia. Yeah. Wow.
This happens to be another musical disc coming to you, Chris, from Musical Risk. Right now that you're in the scene, you got to see some legs move. Yeah.
Yeah. Love is the center and the circumference, the cause and aim of all things. Get. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Once and more. Yeah. Flip flop and fly right. Yeah. He's doing all right. This physical side. It's a long coming. Yeah. Jamaican physical entertainer. Yeah. The mouse and the cars, and the clouds, and the best, from east to west, east west, down south, we tax and knockout.
Like
Chicken like this.
I tell
Got you the Kanmachuki, you're the best of them all, sticking me for my way 301. You're coming to you from the big art happening soul. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Now that you've lived the life you love, you got to love the life you live. Everything I've got will be mine to give. Yeah. Like the farmer said to the potato, I'll plant you now and I'll dig you later. Hey. Calling like the meat man to sell something. Calling like the meat man to sell something. Calling like the meat man to sell meat. Now sell meat, I get myself meat and beer. Alright, meat man, we hear you. A dinga donga dinga dong, stand on in it. I like dinga donga ding, stanga dinga dong. A danga dinga. Hickory dog. Hey.
Mr. Sound Style General, man called Papa Gun at microphone, yeah. Do it, ja. Chairman gon' tell you about the general la sound. Cha Papa Gun come fi mash down town him a the general. Bow, the general, bow, eh. Special request to the park ranger posse, eh. Special request to the big guard posse, eh. Special request to the party posse, cause so the general, bow. The general, bout me granny used to teach me about the old time wine. Me mother used to teach me about the old time wine. They call it recombine in a rubber dump style. Recombine in your pants and time. The new time style call it Barrigi, eh? Barrigi. Barrigi, can you fit pound with me? Come make me show you Barrigi, eh? Fall with me, y'all make me show you Barry G. The ship it off, we sail over the ocean. Come and say about it off, we sail over the sea. I make you fall with me, y'all make me show you Barry G. We come with the counteraction part to the
Come, same thing they know, same thing they know. Excited. Not
When systems like Coxsons and Prince Busters would set up within hearing distance of each other in the early days, squads of police usually were called in to control the resultant fights and shoot-ups. The sound system men preceded the DJs of popular music by a decade. And when the R&B records gave way to local Jamaican recordings, they became a thing of great rivalry. The men who held sound system and the yard dances attracted a great number of followers. Each system had its own passe. The same people who owned the sound systems later became producers of records, and in producing these records, they used them in competing against their rivals by having exclusive use of a popular hit for a certain time. Now this style is called dub plate style. They had started with R&B records brought from small independent American producers. And the very first Jamaican records were close to the R&B that they were accustomed to. When the ska was promoted, it was the first Jamaican indigenous music that had a new original beat.
Hold up, man.
Are you turning over for now? Watch it.
Just go the way I want to just go. Why you look so you're going on?
Right about now, you've been entertained by Jack Ruby High Power, a sound system at the controls in a crucial style. Good day, Jack.
Say me no wanted by the cock, me say me hot. Oh, say me no wanted by the cock, me say me hot. Right? Say me no wanted by the cock. Hey, perspiration this a running on me back. Hey, perspiration this a running on me back. Jah know say me slim, me not go get fat. The people in the dance say that them do that. They come, they catch, they keep on pose. I take fat Jah me like a we a war rope. Say fi go and go down. Power ribbon, me say fi go and go down. Nobody take me fi no looking glass. Hey, nobody take me fi no looking glass. How when me say, hey, me say me jukes inna me yard when I plan fi go abroad. Say Bobby come and tell me say I dance pon the corner. Take off me cap, me have to put it on back. Up, take off me shirt, me have to put it on back. Aye, take off me pants, me have to put it on back. Me jump in a dance and a dirty Bobby talk because I dance pon the corner. Jamaica till you drop a room me pon the corner. Starring Faja and Bobby Culture. Man scotchy ranking and the rider. Right and now I say I murder me chant from. Special request not to Jacobi at the owner. Special request to put passion low on me teacher. Say every hour at the hour at the hour at the music and the hour. Every hour at the shower at the music and the hour. Say I dance for me corner. Bobby Culture, I dance for Chicana.
Great to this place, nobody feel no way. Man Pascal walks away and then Bobby Culture walks in and say, nobody feel no way, you know?
Hey, come me say long time me no see them a dangerous thing. Say long time me no see them a dangerous thing. Bobby culture DJ, I just the man called Maja, him select the rhythm. No hear about the new Bama Merca building. It's suffocate man in no trouble building. It's a Mr. Culture, the mic and thing. Keep your rockle and sing. Do it! Hey, come me say rabbit guinea pig said along with pigeon. The whole of them are sleeping on the same something. Me DJ fi make a damn and me DJ fi make king. It's a Mr. Culture, keep your rockle and sing. Said a long time me no see a them a dangerous thing. A long time me no see a them a dangerous thing. Bobby Culture DJ, I just can't him a sing. The man called Faja, him select the rhythm. Along with me I dreams Patchy Rankin. I want to do it.
The thinker is fine, flying jumbo plane. All hitching a ride on a Kingston train. Fool, Lord, I'm such a fool. But it's my fault that I follow the rule. I've already come a long way, changing place today, I say. But tell me, wherever the children play, where do they play? Where do they play? But there's a taxes increase in the crop we need. And the work in the days, Lord, and the sleep at night. And the live in the dark, and the ticket is light. And the learn to fight to one another, saying that we stand for peace. I've only come a long way, changing days today, I say. But tell me, wherever the children play, where do they play? Where do they play? Do you think it is fine, flying a ganja plane, or hitching a hurry on a you know I've been to school, Lord, I'm such a fool. But it isn't my fault that I follow the rule. I've already come a long way, changing days today, I say. But tell me, wherever the children play, where do they play? Where do they play?
Right about now, the musical spotlight shines on a star called Mickey Simpson. A Jackery production from One Music Avenue. Here comes the man Mickey Simpson. This is kind of brand new. Cannot be played by the sound of the Black Experience, Carl Amatu, Jack Ruby, the sound of Gibbon Nation and Groovy. Give it to all the ladies. It's called Good Good Loving.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Give me your love, and I will give you mine. Give me your heart, and I won't tear it apart. Give me your hand, and let me lead you along, 'cause I need you. You that I love, honey, it's you. Yeah. You that I need the first time we met. It was love at first sight when I reasoned with you. I knew everything would be right. Please stay close to me, so that I can hold you tight, 'cause I need you. You that I love, honey, it's you.
with you. Special request for our Black Star Baller. I think called the gunman, you know? Whoa! Think called the gunman. Special request to the man called Jack Baby. Do it! Hey, gunman. Hey, I gonna man now where you get the gun from. Oh, now where you get the gun from. Hey, but it's a gunman connection. It's a one a gunman connection. Hey, come on the M1 connect to the M2. The M2 connected to the M3. The M3 connected to the Special. The Special connected to the Bucky. The Bucky connected to the Remy. The Remy is connected to the one pop. The one pop connected to the buckshot. And them ya gun them full of jam rock. The Bushmaster connect to the M4. The M4 connect to the bazooka. The bad boy carry them the gun pan shoulder. Them the boy them don't look fit fire. Them man pan the trigger them we clap at the trigger. That the 16 August pure copper. The gunman right back, for the line. Right father name, man. Church! So it was said, so it's my father. Five the light. Those are good. 4, 6. Right. Up into this. That belongs to you. Now what's that? Lose that. We will come. Come say on my way from Westmoreland. Me pop up and a gunman with a Remy. Me have to run fast, boy, and grab a minivan. Say take me case down in a fence.